whole Jay-Z GQ interview that just happened. Because the timing, the optics, the execution, all of it, like it's a little too convenient for me and it actually pisses me off. So let me get this straight. This man doesn't do interviews, right? That's just been the brand for all these years. He's silent, he's elusive. Like we're just supposed to assume that like he's above all of the news, too cool for school. Basically got it. Okay, cool. So, but now is the time where you decide to sit down. Okay. After months of letting everything just float around, acting like nothing was a problem, all these little stupid statements that you used to make on Twitter under the Rock Nation X page or whatever, like after all the public opinion about what's going on with your daughter, the other allegations that you got going on. Now let's just put all of that aside for a second cuz now I'm thinking about it. Let's put all the essay stuff to the side and just like talk about the lawsuit that you have to still, I think it's still pending, if I'm not mistaken, the Cash App situation with Jack Dorsey. Remember when they were saying that there were contract for hires going on using Cash App and there was money laundering? Like, let's just talk about like the basic stuff. Like, we don't even have to deal with the sexual assault. Like, fine, you didn't do anything. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. We can ask your wife more about that. We can't talk to Aaliyah, right? So, I don't know. Now, we're not just breaking the silence. This is something about like managing some type of perception. And it didn't feel like an interview, to be honest. It felt more like a rollout. I don't know what they got going on over at GQ. Where did they listen? Shout out to the interviewer, the little journalist, young guy, whatever. He should be sitting amongst his peers. What happened to all the other people who would be asking him all these harder questions? All this soft lighting, the carefully curated questions, Jay-Z answering and responding like he's so friendly. Like, when do we get this version of him? Jay-Z doesn't even really talk like this. It's so irritating to see when he tries to be serious. And now it's like, now we have to see this version of him trying to be palatable for like the masses, for like even down to like middle America. Like they're supposed to watch this video. And really, I feel like this is not even for us. I don't even know who this is for. Okay, I really don't even know who this is for. All these editorial shots of you holding flowers like you're in some type of redemption type of short film. Like, what is this? I'm sorry. Like, and then on top of that, too, you got to even think about the subtle hints that he's trying to make with the flowers. Like, okay, so somebody gave you your flowers now because you're 100 years old, still rapping, and okay, everybody still likes your music. Cool. Okay, great. But why couldn't you have this interview right when it really actually mattered? Now, I can't tell you what to do with what, and I'm sure you had attorneys advising you about what you should do next, how you should move, what you should speak about, all of that. But I don't know who scanned that statement from Rock Nation because that had all types of typos. So it really can't be that you're super, super, I don't really think that the team is that tight. However, this time around, I think that you're smart enough to know that you do have to speak before you have, before you start requesting that people go buy tickets. Okay. Now, going back to that interview choice though, because that, I feel like that's the first thing that I noticed immediately. Like the spliced up pictures and stuff, that was weird coming from Jay-Z, to be honest. But then on top of that, I was like, who is this child interviewing Jay-Z? Now, I don't even know if he was, it doesn't even matter what year he was born. The point I'm trying to make is the fact that you pick somebody who is more so going to be a fan who doesn't even have like the ability to speak on the times of when you were creating a lot of this music that you're talking about. They know more of a newer version of you, but I'm saying like this doesn't even make sense for you to be talking to somebody this young unless your only ploy is to really just get the young crowd. Maybe you don't feel like the older audience is going to appreciate what you have to say and still want to buy those tickets. Maybe you're only concerned about the dollar from a younger child, because that makes sense. Now, I do want to say though, you're telling me that this was the setup for accountability. The way he even tries to gloss over it. I mean, and then but it's like a tactic. Go back and watch the video. This interview starts off with the boy saying something about like the allegations, or asking about his year, and his response was that he was heartbroken. Oh, I bet. I bet you were heartbroken because your public facing persona, that mask fell and shattered into 1,000 pieces, and nobody's really willing to hear anything that you have to say. Nobody's really willing to hear anything that you have to say, sir. This was the moment for hard questions, and then you chose this person. This was a safe place. That's what this was. This was more about creating a safe space for you that was controlled, that's going to say, I'm not going to shake the table too much on this. And that's my issue. That's my issue. I have a problem with that, because you're supposed to be a very astute person. Oh, you're a businessman. Okay, cool. So you know exactly what you're doing then. Because while everybody else's stuff is getting swept under the rug, and then while you get to sweep in with this little aesthetic situation, oh, the humanity, oh wow, he seems so grounded and all of that, like all the bullshit, let all of that come. Oh my god, these people are about to be so dumb in the comments. These people are going to be like, oh, he's so amazing. Oh, I never would have expected this. Like, Joe Budden is gonna be on the podcast. They're gonna be fiending. Oh my god. I just don't want to even hear what they have to say about this interview, because they're gonna act like he really said something profound. There's nothing profound coming out of this 35-minute, 40-second, uh 45-second video. Literally. There's nothing coming out of there of substance. Okay, like I don't understand why we are pretending that there aren't still active conversations and pending situations attached to this man's name. And it's not about like what do you call it? Vilifying him. I don't even think of him as like having that much. He doesn't move me in that way. I think I forget my opinion. It doesn't even matter. Listen, none of that shit that has been swarming the news cycle in the last year and a half, everything that's attached to you and Diddy, everything that's attached to you and everybody that you are associated with, that stuff does not disappear. Okay. But what did show up in this interview is like, oh, perfect timing for this 50th anniversary concert. That's going to be a 2-day concert where you get to choose which day you would prefer to go to, almost like a festival. Perfect timing for this roots picnic situation that you're gonna have all the people and probably Tina's gumbo. Yeah, perfect timing for us to remind everybody, like, hey, I'm still that guy. Come spend money. Like, please, like, please. Like, please. I'm glad you're giving a break. You're giving your wife a break because she does need one. I'm glad that you're allowing her to have some time to kind of like recruit from all these tours that you got her going on. But I'm telling you, anybody who is has any ounce of discernment knows exactly what's going on. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do with your coins. Go to the show if you really want to. Stream the music. I don't care. Live your life. My point is, what you're not about to do, Jay-Z, what you're not about to do is lose me in this sauce. Like, I know exactly what spell you're trying to conjure up. No, thank you. I'm good on it. And I hope everybody else doesn't lose like their sense of discernment, because the PR package that this came wrapped in, with all this soft focused cinematography, and I mean it looks good, but it's kind of like very on brand, that almost like Afrocentric tip that him and Beyonce have been on in the last like 5 years or so. Like I don't know. I don't know. Two things can be true. two things can be true. He could be an amazing artist. You can respect his legacy, all that, but you can still clock whatever the strategy is here. And it's a big strategy. Okay. And right now I'm not buying it. So he can eat a dick. Love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Oh, also, I feel like I'm gonna have to start just live streaming because I don't think I'm gonna continue to structure my videos, and I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm gonna keep wasting my time structuring my videos a certain way just for them to not be shown on this new channel when I'm trying to build. Like, it's just crazy how all this has happened in the last couple of months. Like, hopefully we'll be able to build up this channel, but if not, I may be going back to another platform so we can get back to the base, because I don't even know if people see these videos. Stuff on the back end that I'm seeing, it's like I see views, and then when I look on YouTube, it's like two people watching it. So this is where we're at. It's fine. We shall work around it. I will see you guys later. Bye.